Hi, today we'll be covering our most important topic, which is mensuration. Okay, so there are various subtopic in this huge topic. So we'll just go through the simpler and the subtopics which are given in your chapter. Okay, so the first topic that we are going to cover is perimeter and area of a rectangle. So let's first understand what perimeter actually means. Okay, so what is a perimeter? Perimeter of any shape, not only of a rectangle, of any shape is just the distance around that shape. Okay, suppose you have a shape like this, which is a triangle. So the perimeter of this triangle, okay, let's label the triangle ABC. So the perimeter of this triangle is just the sum of the lengths of the sides. Okay, so the perimeter of this triangle is 5 plus 5 plus 3. Okay, we have studied earlier that what is a perimeter, and we have also studied about the area. Okay, so perimeter is basically just the distance around the outside of any shape. Okay, and it can be measured in your centimeters, meters, kilometers, etc. Okay, these are the units of perimeter. Now suppose if we have a rectangle like this. Okay, we have a rectangle like this and we have to calculate its perimeter. So how we'll calculate the perimeter? Now we can write perimeter is equals to, now perimeter is the sum of lengths of all the sides of the shape. So what is the sum of length of all the sides? So it will be L plus W plus L plus W. Now here L is the length of this rectangle, and W is the width of this rectangle. Okay, now to calculate the perimeter, we have written L plus W plus L plus W. So we'll just take the like terms together. So this is 2L plus 2W. And if we'll take 2 common, so 2, and in the brackets it will be L plus W. So from here we can find out that the perimeter of a rectangle is twice into length plus breadth or width. Okay. Now it is very easy to calculate the perimeter of a rectangle or any other figure. Okay, of a triangle, of a square. You can easily find out the perimeter of any shape or any figure. Okay, now we'll just come to area. What is area of a rectangle? Okay, first we'll just learn what area actually means. Okay, so the area of any shape is the amount of surface that it covers. For example, if you have a rectangle given in front of you and you have to calculate its area, so the area is the surface that shape will enclose. Okay, it is the amount of surface that it covers. So this is your area. Okay, the shaded portion is your area. So for calculating the area of a rectangle, you have a simple formula, which is length into its width. So in this way you can calculate the area of a rectangle. Okay, so this is a very simple topic that we have just learned how to find out the perimeter and area of a rectangle. Okay, now we'll just go to another figure, which is your triangle. Now we have already learned how to find the perimeter of a triangle. Okay, you just have to add the sides. So it is equal to the sum of all sides of a triangle. Now to find out the area of a triangle, we'll just learn something else first. Suppose you have a rectangle given in front of you, which is ABCD. Okay, and EF is the perpendicular bisector of that rectangle. Okay, so we have just divided this rectangle into two equal parts, which is AEFD and EBCF. Okay, and now we have further divided these two square blocks into equal triangles. Okay, so our equal triangle is AED, DEF, and EFC and EBC. Okay, now we can say that this triangle is we can say that this triangle is half of this square. We can say that DEF is half of the whole square, which is AEFD. We can write this. Okay, so it is half of the rectangle or the square of EAFD. Okay, similarly, we can also say that when we add these two parts, Okay, when we add these two parts, we can say that this whole triangle is half of this whole rectangle. Okay, we can say that this whole triangle DEC is half of your rectangle ABCD. We can say this. Okay, so to find out the area of this triangle, so if we have to find out the area of a triangle, it will be equal to half of your ABCD, half of your ABCD. And what is the formula for calculating the area of a rectangle? It is length into breadth. It is length. So this is your length and this is your width. Okay, my lines are not straight, but I think you can understand. This is your length and this is your width. So basically, when we'll write it, it will be half into the base of the triangle, which is DC, and also the height of the triangle. Height is given by W. So we can say EF, since BC is equals to EF. Okay. So whenever you have to find the area of a triangle, you just have to make sure, this is F, you just have to make sure that it is a right angle triangle. Until and unless it is a right angle triangle, you cannot find out the base and the height. Okay, so if there is no right angle triangle present, you can just assume, or you just have to find out the perpendicular distance, which is this EF. Okay, suppose you have this triangle and you have to find out the area of this triangle. Okay, now this length is 15 and suppose the perpendicular distance here is 2, and you have to find out the area of this triangle. So you always have to apply this formula, half into base which is your 15 and your height which is your 2. Okay, so the area of the triangle will be 15 meter square. Okay, so you can find out the area of a triangle through this way. Okay, now let's do one example. You have to calculate the area of the following figure. Now the figure is given in front of you. You have to calculate the area of this figure. Okay, now for calculating the area of this figure, first we'll just look that what portions we have to cover for finding out the area of the shape. Okay, now in this shape we have how many triangles are there in this shape? There are 4 triangles in this shape. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so we have to find out the area of the shaded portion, which is blue, and we have to find out the area of the white portion. So if we'll find the area of the shaded portion and we'll just find the area of the white portion, and if we'll add them together, we can find out the area of the whole figure. Okay, we can find out the area of the whole figure. So for finding out the area of one triangle, what is your formula? Area of triangle. Area of triangle is, what is the area of a triangle? We have just studied that it is half into base into height, which is your perpendicular distance. So what is base? What is the base of this triangle? Suppose we are taking this triangle. So what is the base of this triangle? The base of this triangle is 8 centimeters. So we'll take 8. And what is the height of this triangle? The height of this triangle is 4 centimeter. So we'll just multiply it. 2 2s are 4. So this is 16 square centimeters. Okay. Now this is the area of the first triangle. Okay. Similarly, we have to find the area of all these 4 triangles. Okay, we have to find the area of 4 triangles. So area of 4 triangles will be 16 into 4. Okay, area of 4 triangles will be 16 into 4. Okay, now we have just taken out the area of the shaded part, which is your blue part. Now we have to find the area of the white portion. Now area of white portion, which is your square. Why? Because all the sides are same. This is 8, this is 8, so this will be 8 and this will be 8, and each angle is 90 degrees, so this is a square. Okay, and to find out the area of a square, what is your formula? It is side into side. So the area of square is 8 into 8 square centimeters. Okay, now to find out the total area, what you will do? You'll just add these two areas together, area of the shaded portion and area of the white portion. Okay, now you'll just write in the comment section the area of the total figure. Okay, what will be the area of this figure? You have to write it in the comment section. Okay, Now we'll just go to our next topic, which is area of a parallelogram. Okay. Now what is a parallelogram? A parallelogram is that figure whose opposite sides are equal and parallel. Okay, so here we are just given a figure of a parallelogram whose opposite sides are equal and parallel. So this is basically the base of your parallelogram, and this is the height of your parallelogram. Okay, now we can also rearrange this parallelogram into a rectangle. Okay, now if we can just rearrange this parallelogram, we can just rearrange this parallelogram into a rectangle. Okay, now if we rearrange this parallelogram into a rectangle, we have just tilted it, we have just shifted it and made it into a rectangle. So you'll obtain a figure something like this. Okay, so this is your base and this is your height. So what is the area of this parallelogram now? So the area of the parallelogram will be base into height, because we know that the area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Similarly, the area of a parallelogram will be your base into height. Okay, so this is the area of your parallelogram, the base and the height. So you just need to know the perpendicular distance or the height of the parallelogram to find out its area. Okay, now the next figure that we'll be covering is area of a trapezium. Okay, you already know what a trapezium is. This is a trapezium whose opposite sides are not equal and they are parallel. Okay, so first we'll just derive the formula of the area of a trapezium so that you get a clear understanding of finding out the area of such shapes. Okay, now we have split this trapezium into two equal parts. Okay, A and B. This is your trapezium. We have just split the trapezium into two triangles named as A and B. Now what we'll do for finding out the area of the trapezium, if we find out the areas of both these triangles and if we just add them up together, we can find out the area of the whole figure, which is your trapezium. So let's first find out the area of a triangle. So let's find out the area of triangle A. Now we have studied earlier that what is the area of a triangle? It is half into base into height. So what is your base here? The base of this triangle is A. So half into A. And what is the height? What is the height? Height is h. Okay, because it is going here, this triangle, the height is h. So the height of the triangle is h. So this is your equation 1, which is area of A. Now similarly, we'll find out the area of B. Area of B is equals to half into base into height. Now what is the base here? The base here is B, half into B. Okay, the base here is B. We are finding out the area of this triangle, okay, of B. So half into base into height. So this is your equation number 2. Now for finding out the area of the trapezium, we'll just add these two areas. We'll just add these two areas. So what it will become? It will become half BH plus half AH. Okay, now if we'll take half and h common, so what will be inside? It will be a plus b or b plus a. Okay, so this is the formula of your area of trapezium. Okay, so area of trapezium, half into height into sum of parallel sides. Now A and B are the parallel sides of this trapezium. So half into height into sum of the parallel sides is your area of trapezium. Now in the next lecture, we'll cover such more topics of mensuration. Okay, so that you will get a clear understanding of it.